All right, good morning, team. This is Coach King here. So today I'm going to be going over my Tininkling project for my Unit 4. So this is what it looks like. This is what you guys have in your hand currently. So what we did in this project is we looked at the history of Tininkling. What was Tininkling's cultural significance? How did this dance come to be? And what it means today and why it's performed today at certain cultural events within the Filipino culture. And so we did a good amount of research on the history. We talked about it. And then what we did was we began to develop the routine. And so what I did was I taught the students 4 basic steps. Um, and those steps are located right here at the bottom. They learn the basic step, the crossover step, the double jump step, and then the rocking horse step. And what we did to kind of build that scaffolding in is first we started off with chalk on the line. So we just drew 2 lines to kind of represent that bamboo. The students practiced those steps using the chalk, and then we kind of increased the difficulty and worked our way up to ropes. So we used jump ropes, and then from there we're going to be hopefully moving on to bamboo or PVC pipe. And so that's something that I'm currently working on before the end of the unit. And so some of the requirements of this Tininkling dance routine is this. It has to be at least 90 seconds in length. They do have to have a write-up. So they have to list their group members and then write out exactly what their dance routine is going to look like. They have to incorporate all 4 steps that I taught them. They must incorporate a circle where they do a turn in the routine. They also have to incorporate where they switch positions or rotate positions with their partner. And then last but not least, they have to incorporate an original step, okay, into their routine. Now, 6th graders are just doing the 4 steps and then their own original step. The 7th graders actually have to do the circle and the rotation. So they have a little bit more to do in this Tininkling project. Here, as you can see, with the Engage, I list kind of an idea of where the Philippines is located. If they click on this, they can get a good understanding about where the Philippines is located. As you know, students are not only learning about the cultural significance of Tininkling and the history of Tininkling, but they're also learning coordination, rhythm, and agility. When these students, and I talked about this last time, they had none of this. And so the students I'm seeing them now develop these skills that not necessarily all of them had before going into this Tininkling unit. And it's amazing, amazing to see. So moving on here, they did some research. They were able to research different Tininkling steps to help them in their original step. So they're looking at different steps, different videos, and saying, okay, maybe we should do this and incorporate this into our routine. And so here's some, if they click on this link, it has the basic Tininkling information that they may need to develop their routine. For their write-up, I provided them a document. So here in this document, as you can see here, they have to list their group members and then the moves executed. To give them a good understanding of what I really expect in that, I provided them an example. So I just made up some names. I gave them kind of what it should look like. And here, as you can see in the video, I did that. And then I actually provided an extra resource. I did a video where I kind of went over the write-up in detail on what exactly I want. Last but not least, they have to do a reflection. They have to talk about what they found difficult. If they could do it again, what would they do differently? How was their experience working in a group? If they could give their partner a score between 1 and 8, 1 being the lowest and 8 being the highest possible grade, what grade would they give them and why? And then last but not least, how was their overall experience learning Tininkling? Would they recommend this unit to future students? Why or why not? I want to know how I can make this unit better. Did they enjoy this unit? And should I switch over to something else? And so they have 2 forms that they can turn that in. They can do a Flipgrid reflection, or they can do a Google Doc reflection. They're all going to be turning in their projects through Google Classroom. And then as far as the rubric, I provided them a rubric on what exactly I'm going to be grading them on. And you can see that right here. And so I went into detail. I kind of broke it down into levels. As you can see, if you get a level 4, that's between an 8 and a 7. Level 3 is between a 6 and a 5. Level 2 is between a 4 and a 3. And a level 1 is between a 1 or a 2. And so I give them a good idea of how they can get that 8 that they want or any grade that they desire. And then I just broke it down for me. This is my checklist. So did they incorporate all 4 steps? Do they have an original step? Did they rotate? And then did they do a circle? So in this routine, they also get to choose their song. So they get to incorporate any song of their choice as long as it's appropriate, and they have to pass it by me ahead of time. What I love about this unit is it's highly differential, right? They get to, if they're very good at what they're doing, if they've been practicing working hard, then they can make their routine even more difficult. And if maybe students that are struggling, they maybe simplify it. They simplify it and maybe don't incorporate as many circles or as many rotations with their partner. They do what they can do. And so I love this because it challenges you at where you're at. I love that unit about this. Now, kind of getting into this is an interdisciplinary unit. It's me and Mr. Murphy. And so our purpose of integration is students will be able to connect aspects of culture to express themselves through physical activity and artistic creativity. Our statement of inquiry, and I really do kind of love this, is cultures utilize movement as a means of personal expression, evolving over time. And so that is our statement of inquiry. Moving down here, what we're grading them on is for my criteria is number C, which is applying and performing. So are they executing their performance? And then for drama, it is thinking creatively. So that's what they're working on. So that's the 2 things that we're grading them on at the end of the unit. And so I think I hit everything that I wanted to talk about in this unit. I'm looking forward to you guys seeing the end result of their hard work. They've been working on this for about almost 4 to 5 weeks. A lot of them are excited about what they've been able to do. A lot of them didn't believe in themselves in the beginning of this unit. They didn't think they can do it, and now they're actually doing it, and they're seeing what hard work and grit and dedication can get them. And they're seeing that connection not only between this project but in life. And if you work hard in life, this is what you can get out of it. So I appreciate you guys so much. I hope I didn't miss anything. Have a great day.